The laughter echoed through the recruitment center's sterile corridors as Marcus Chen stepped off the transport shuttle. His worn sneakers squeaked against the polished biometal floors while towering Catherian warriors, each standing nearly 8 feet tall with natural armor plating, pointed at him with barely contained mirth. "Look at that tiny thing," rumbled Vextar, his mandibles clicking with amusement. "The human sent us a child. Where are his scales? His claws? His natural weapons?" Commander Zilnara, a serpentine Sithak whose species had conquered 17 star systems before joining the Galactic Defense Coalition, flicked her forked tongue dismissively. "Perhaps it's a joke. Surely the humans don't expect this. Soft creature to survive military training with actual warriors." Marcus kept walking, his expression neutral. He'd heard it all before, at the academy, during basic training, even from his own instructors. At 5'9" and weighing 170 pounds, he looked laughably fragile compared to his alien counterparts. No natural armor, no venomous fangs, no electromagnetic field generators, just flesh, bone, and what the other species considered laughably primitive DNA. The recruitment center's main hall buzzed with activity as dozens of species filled out their genetic assessment forms. The Valthors with their crystalline exoskeletons discussed battle tactics. The Gormax, evolved from pack hunters on a high-gravity world, demonstrated their incredible strength by casually lifting 1,000-pound equipment. Even the diminutive Pixari could phase through solid matter at will. And then there was Marcus, sitting alone at a corner table, quietly filling out his paperwork with a ballpoint pen, while others used neural interfaces or bioluminescent secretions. "Genetic assessment complete for subject Marcus Chen, species human," announced the facility's AI 3 hours later. "Please report to Laboratory 7 for results briefing." Dr. Yithmol, the Coalition's chief xenobiologist, was a Zentorian whose 4 eyes could process visual data across 16 different spectrums simultaneously. She'd been analyzing genetic codes for over 3 centuries and had seen every type of warrior evolution imaginable. As Marcus entered her lab, she was studying his results with an expression that gradually shifted from confusion to something approaching terror. "This cannot be correct," she muttered, her primary eyes dilating as she cross-referenced the data. "Computer, run the analysis again. Check for contamination." Analysis confirmed. No contamination detected. Subject's genetic classification: apex predator. Threat level: maximum. Marcus sat patiently as Dr. Yithmol's other 2 eyes focused on him with intense scrutiny. "Human Chen, I need to ask you some questions. Your homeworld, Earth, what is its primary characteristic?" "Well, it's got pretty much every environment you can imagine. Deserts, frozen tundra, deep oceans, mountains, jungles, grasslands. The gravity's about standard. Temperature varies wildly depending on location and season." "And the other life forms on your planet?" Marcus shrugged. "Everything tries to kill everything else, mostly. We've got predators, parasites, diseases, natural disasters. Even the plants can be deadly. Why?" Dr. Yithmol's hands trembled slightly as she pulled up a holographic display. "Your genetic code contains adaptations I've never encountered. Look at this." The display showed a complex DNA helix rotating slowly. Most species evolve specialized traits for their environment. The Catherians developed armor for their volcanic world. The Sithak evolved venom for their toxic swamps. But humans— She gestured at the display, highlighting different sections. "Humans evolved to survive everywhere. Your species doesn't just adapt to one environment, you adapt to all environments. Your genetic code shows markers for surviving in temperatures ranging from 40 to 50 degrees Celsius. Your immune system can fight off pathogens that would kill most galactic species instantly. Your cardiovascular system can function in atmospheric conditions that would cause organ failure in others. But that's not the remarkable part," she continued, her voice growing quieter. "This is." A new section of the genetic code lit up. "Persistence hunting adaptations. Your species evolved to literally chase prey until it died of exhaustion. No other sentient species in the galaxy has this trait. You're built to never stop, never give up, never quit." Down the corridor, the laughter had died down as other recruits were called for their genetic assessments. One by one, they returned looking shaken. Vextar emerged from his assessment session with his natural arrogance replaced by confusion. "They classified me as specialized tank unit," he announced. "Suitable for heavy assault in volcanic environments only." Commander Zilnara's results were equally humbling. Environmental specialist, toxic swamp conditions, limited operational range. The Gormak's captain found himself classified as heavy lifter, high gravity worlds only. When Marcus finally exited Dr. Yithmol's laboratory, the main hall had gone completely silent. Every eye, sensor, and appendage turned toward him as he walked calmly to the assignment board. His classification was displayed in stark red letters. Apex Predator. Maximum threat level. Universal deployment. Authorization. No environmental limitations. Impossible, whispered a Velthor whose crystalline structure had earned him only a defensive specialist rating. How can a species with no natural weapons be classified as an apex predator? Dr. Yithmol appeared on the main screen addressing the assembled recruits. The human genetic assessment has been verified multiple times. Humans are the only species in our database that evolved on a planet where they faced existential threats daily. They developed not specific adaptations, but adaptability itself. They can survive in any environment, consume almost any organic matter for sustenance, and most importantly, they never stop. She paused, looking directly at Marcus through the screen. Every other species here evolved to dominate a specific niche. Humans evolved to dominate everything. They are persistence predators on a planetary scale. When they decide something needs to be done, they simply outlast every obstacle until it's accomplished. The room remained silent as the implications sank in. These beings who had conquered star systems, who had natural armor and lethal venom and electromagnetic manipulation abilities, had all been outclassed by a species whose greatest weapon was refusing to quit. Marcus picked up his assignment packet and headed toward the shuttle bay. Behind him, he could hear the whispered conversations beginning, fearful, respectful discussions about the human who looked so harmless, but carried the genetic code of the galaxy's most successful predator. As he boarded the transport that would take him to his first deployment, Marcus smiled slightly. He'd never thought of himself as particularly special. On Earth, he was just another human doing what humans do best, adapting, persevering, and getting the job done no matter what stood in the way. The galaxy was about to learn what that really meant.